In this video, we are going to see representation of linked list. See here, singly linked list and linked list. These both terms are same. Okay, somewhere we are using singly linked list, or somewhere it is used as only linked list. This is the most important thing. Now, singly linked list is the most common type of linked list, where each node has data and pointer that point to the next node. Okay, a linked list is always used to store collection of elements. Okay, like an array, this can be a character or integer, or it can be a combination of character and integer. In linked list, single node may contain the different types of data. Each element in linked list is stored in the form of node. Each element stored in linked list is in the form of node. That part is called as node. Now, what is meant by node? Node is a collection of two sub-elements or two parts. You can call it as sub-elements or can call as a part. Okay. So one part is data, as we have already seen that. Okay, and second part is link. It is also called as link, reference, or pointer. These are all referred to the second part. Okay, and alternatively, I can use this. It may be possible that I can use this alternatively in further slides. Okay, link, then pointer and reference. This all meaning is same, that it points to, it links to, or it refers to the next node in the list. Now, what is mean by node? So node here, pictorial representation. This is called as node. One part is data and second part is pointer. Okay, pointer or link. So the terms used in singly linked list: node, that already known; next pointer, already known, that which refers to the next node in the list; and head. So head is nothing but it keep a reference of the first node in the list. It means that it keep a address of first node in the list, so that we can if you want to perform any operations on linked list, then we can directly refer the address of first node from this head. Generally, this head is also called as first node. So this is one example of linked list with node, then what is reference or what is link, and what is head. Okay. This is the first node. This is the first node. This node is stored in address 100. This node is stored in address 100. This node has two parts. First is data part and second is reference part, which hold the address of next element in the list. Okay, it holds the address of next element in the list. So 200 is the address where the second element is stored. Now this is the first node. So address of this first node is stored in one special node called as head node here. Okay, that is somewhere in the memory, in which this 100, that is the starting address of the list, is stored, or we can say that this is the head node. Okay. Now, if you refer this first node, which contains 23, if you want to jump for the second node, then you will see the next part of this node, which gives you the address of next element, that is 200. So we will jump to the 200 location, and in 200 you will get the data of second node. Okay, and if you want to jump for the next node in the list, then the address is again given in next part of this node, that is 120. So we will jump to the 120 memory location, where we have third element. Okay, where we have third element, and for third element, next it stores the next element address, that is 540. At 540 memory location, there is fourth element, that is 36, and its data, its link part contains the address of next element, that is 345. So if we jump at 345 memory location, it gives you the fifth element. And if you want to know the next element in the list, and if that node next part or link part contains value null, it means that here is the end of list. There is no further node in the list. So null indicates end of the list. This is called as linked list. If you see here, the elements are not stored in continuous memory. It is stored randomly in the memory, but they get linked to each other by using the second part of node, that is link part. Okay, that is link part. This is the representation of linked list. Here the same thing is given here. Each node points to the next node present in the order. First node is always used as a reference to traverse the list and called as head. And the last node points to null, which indicates end of the list. This is the realization of linked list using realization of linked list in memory and how to represent this using array. Okay, realization of linked list in memory. So our first node is at 100, memory location 100. So at 100 memory location there is data 23. So memory is divided into two parts, data part and next part. Okay. Memory is divided into two parts, data part and next part. When this data gets stored, it reserves the memory which store the data, okay, of type, and again reserves the memory to store the address of same type of node. Okay. When the node stored into memory, it stored or it reserves the memory for data, which type of data we are going to store, and it again reserves the memory to store the address of next node, Okay. Now here the first part is data. So first node contains the data as 23, and if you want to jump to next, that is at 200, so it will go in 200 memory location, and in that we will see the data part and address of next element. Likewise, the data gets stored into the memory. Now here, before going to the actual representation of linked list using dynamic memory allocation concept, first we will see how to represent this linked list using arrays, so that you will get the idea about what is the importance of dynamic memory allocation. Okay. Now if you want to realize this linked list, this type of linked list, how you will realize this linked list using array? We will see two operations, that is creation of linked list and displaying that linked list. Okay. For that we need a structure, because structure contains the different type of data in one form. Okay. So here we have taken structure of A, in that there are two parts for every node. This structure is of node, a single node. So what node contains? It contains data and next. So all these are of integer type. We have taken as integer type. Okay. And for this structure, okay, this is structure of node. Okay. Each node contains data and next part. How many nodes are there in list? That is by using array we can assign. Using array we can assign. Here we have taken the number of node in list, for example 10. So for every node, it stores the memory